My MS journey began when I was just 16 years old. I was in high school in year 11, and my first symptom was blurry vision. I had blurry vision for about 6 weeks and was seeing doctors, neurologists, eye specialists, and they couldn't really find anything wrong with my eyes, and I had blurry eyes for about 6 weeks, and then it went away on its own. A year after that, I was 17 years old, so just before the HSC started, I got pins and needles over my entire body. Again, was seeing doctors, specialists, neurologists. I was told to exercise more, eat less junk food, drink more water, sleep more, breathe more. They really didn't know what was wrong with me. And I had pins and needles over my entire body for about 9 weeks, and then it just went away on its own. And then finally in 2001, I was 22 years old. I got all my symptoms hit me all at once. So blurry vision, problems with my balance and speech, pins and needles over my entire body. And I saw a GP I'd never seen before. He suspected that I had MS. So he sent me to see a neurologist. A neurologist I'd already seen 6 or 7 times from 16 to 22. And the GP said, I think Stephen has MS, you should send him for an MRI. So I went for my MRI and was diagnosed with MS on the 7th of August in 2001. I live with a lot of MS symptoms which are very, very invisible, and they're quite hard to deal with. I have sharp stabbing pains in both my legs, so constant sharp stabbing pains in both my legs. I have sharp stabbing pains in both my arms, just constant, everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. I have a sharp stabbing pain in the back of my neck. Feels like I've been stabbed with a knife, and every couple of minutes someone's twisting and turning it. Also have one in my lower back. Feels like I've been stabbed with a knife. No one's twisting and turning it though, but it's just lodged in there at the base of my spine. I have constant pins and needles in my hands and feet. They're there 24/7. You can't see them, but I can feel them. And I have a burning sensitivity issue over my entire body. So anything touching my body really, really hurts. So sunlight hurts, wind hurts, showering hurts, hugging someone hurts, wearing clothing hurts. I live in pain 24/7. So that is a combination of all of those things. I really struggle with sleep. Sleep is probably the hardest thing for me to do because my mind is racing, trying to distract myself from the pain that I'm in. But not only that, the pillows are hurting me. The sheets are hurting me, the mattress is hurting. If it's a hot night and I've got a fan, the air colliding with my skin actually causes me pain and discomfort. So my mind is racing at a gazillion miles an hour trying to distract myself from the pain. It's really hard to treat pain like that. There's not really a lot of medication for it, so I really pretty much grin and bear it. Just because you're living with multiple sclerosis doesn't mean that it's the end. If anything, I think it gives you a bit of a kick up the butt to get out there and do the things that you really want to do, to live life as best you can. And if anything, you have a new appreciation for life. You value friendships more, you value simple everyday things a lot more, and it's definitely not the end of the world, and it's not a fatal disease, so it encourages you to do the things that you want to do and to have as much fun as you can. Sharing my story and journey gives people with MS a lot of hope. It gives people without MS a bit of an insight into what it's like living with a chronic debilitating illness, and it kind of makes them appreciate their life a lot more, and they don't take things as for granted as they would. And the feedback I get when they come up to me is like, I can't believe what you go through, yet you're always smiling, like you seem so happy and positive. So they're like, I want to be more like you, like I want to take your approach on life. I got asked at a presentation once, like, do you ever get tired of talking about it? And my answer was no, because when I'm with my friends and family, we don't talk about MS. Whereas when I go out and I public speak, I can stand there and say, I'm in pain, I haven't slept. My hands, I really struggle to tie up my shoelaces. So in a way I'm venting, I'm sharing my story with them. So that way I don't have to do it with my friends and family. So my friends and family really appreciate that, and I appreciate that as well, because we can talk about other things that distract me from the pain that I live in. So yeah, in a way I think it's kind of great for me to release all, my feelings and stuff like that, because when you live in pain 24/7 and you get very little sleep, I only got 2 hours sleep last night. So, the fact that I can share that with audiences and let them know I don't have to then vent, to my mates who I'm seeing tonight at the local pub.